Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 8. I just watched Episode 7. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for My Hero Academia in case you're discovering that I'm reacting to My Hero Academia. In case you're discovering also that I'm reacting no matter what, in case you're discovering my channel, I'm gonna put other links, that I made for the playlist, for other animes, maybe something like that. Maybe you could be interested by these ones. I'm making my job with these links, into the eye for you guys, if you can be interested to watch other things with me. We're there for the episode 8 after the episode 7, which closed, the fight, this attack during the summer training camp. That was a surprise for me, the fact that it ended like that, I'm gonna talk about the fact that they kidnapped Bakugo. I'm still in shock with it, and I didn't expect for sure for this attack to end like that. But I'm also surprised, that it ended without a new big fight, with Dabi, the magic guy, Toga, twice, against our guys, Choji, Todoroki and Dekku. I was expecting a little more, at the end, and in fact, no, because of the warp coming, they managed to get out, and they managed to get out with Bakugo. So that was truly a surprise. What was also a surprise for me, I had so many surprises, in fact, during the last episode, because the fact that it ended like that was a surprise, but before that, we had the reveal of Choji, who managed to have the two little balls, so I was like, that's it, we have Bakugo and we have Tokoyami. And in fact, no, reverse surprise, the magic villain, he had them into his mouth. So I was like, no, we're losing them, it's not okay. And boom, surprise reveal, fake French guy was around and intervened, and we almost had Bakugo and Tokoyami back, and cha! Surprise reveal, in fact, no, we had Tokoyami being saved, but they took Bakugo. That was so rough, to see that, and even more that moment, because what Bakugo said during that moment, telling to Dekku, don't come, or something like that, like before that, we had Bakugo saying a lot, don't intervene, Dekku, I don't want you to intervene, and each time it was really like, that's it, you're weak, I'm strong, I don't need you to save me, and stuff like that. Each time that he said something like that, it was really, I don't need you to save me, I can do stuff on my own. Right there, to tell to Dekku, don't come, it was not for that. It was really like, don't come, don't put yourself in danger, I'm gonna go, like, you can't save me during that moment, don't put yourself in danger. It was really to protect Dekku that time, and that was so great to see it, to feel it. I'm not sure that Dekku he felt it, but me for sure I felt it. And that was such a nice thought during that awful moment, but yes, I don't know how it's gonna be for Bakugo now. We saw that magic villain, I can't remember his name, he talked about the fact that Bakugo never really had the choice about the path that he would take, that maybe he's gonna join them, and we had also like the teachers talking about the fact that Bakugo he showed that he could get angry really easily, that he was not accepting the rules, he was not okay with the end of the sports festival, winning like that, so they are all saying that Bakugo can switch, and I really don't think so. You know that during the season 1 I was not a fan of Bakugo. I mean, I appreciated a lot his character, how he was written, and I saw all of the potential that he could have for the next seasons, but I said at multiple occasions that his attitude, I was a little tired of it, and I was afraid at some point that maybe he could take Andover's path, you know, meaning being always against Dekku and thinking only about himself, being so ambitious and all of that. But I never truly thought, you know, that he could become a villain. I think that, yes, maybe he can become like Andover, but still Andover is an hero, you know, he's not a villain. And I think that Bakugo never thought of becoming a villain, and I don't think that he would accept it. Like all of our other guys, you know, all of the other students who joined that school, he has a reason also for why he wants to be an hero. He wants to be like All Might. Okay, it's because of the fact that he wants to be the best. That's his reason. But no matter what, he wants to be an hero. I really don't think that he can switch. I'm afraid no matter what of him being kidnapped because he's with the villains, that's bad, and also because I'm afraid of them using him to create a Nomu, like maybe taking some of his blood. We know that they have Ochako's blood now, maybe for creating a Nomu or maybe for something else. I'm afraid of that mostly, or Bakugo being kidnapped. But we have the police who knows where he is, you know. We had that moment, that scene with them talking about the bar, talking about intervening, All Might coming, so I have some hope about that. We have also Momo who put that device on this Nomu, and I think that it could be great. Maybe that Nomu is at the bar, or maybe he is into the master lab. I don't know how to say it in another way. You know, with One for All, like, I'm not sure that he's at the same place, but we have informations, we have things that we can use to find Bakugo right there, so it's great. Our guys, they want to intervene. Kirishima and Todoroki, they heard that discussion between All Might, the police, and Momo, so now they know that they can help, at least they can intervene. That's what Kirishima he wants to do, and I totally understand why, because he couldn't help, you know, during the attack. He felt useless and he wants to help, and it's Bakugo, it's his best friend, so I totally understand that. And in a way I would love for them to intervene, and right there he tempted Dekku with that idea. I can understand and I would love it, but like Iida, I don't think that it's a good idea, not only because it means breaking the rules, but also because you heard that All Might and the police, they have that information, they have a way to find that Nomu, meaning that they have a way to find Bakugo. How can you think that you, a few students, you can be more useful than All Might, other pro-heroes and all of the police together? Like, no. And for sure I'm thinking about the fact that if they are intervening before the police and the pro-heroes, it can be really bad, because maybe they're not gonna succeed, and after that the League of Villains, they're gonna be more suspicious and they're not gonna have any way to find them. Maybe they're gonna intervene during the raid, you know, of the police and the pro-heroes, and that's gonna be bad because they're gonna put themselves at risk, and maybe, you know, the villains, they can use them as hostage, you know, or they can kidnap more of them. So I really don't think that it's a good idea. Again, I understand everything about it, but it's not a good idea. And more for all of these reasons than because of the fact that it's breaking the rules of this system. You know what I think of this system in place into this universe? A lot of these rules are bothering me, because I think that they are putting people into boxes and they are categorizing people, and in a way they are pushing people to become villains because of that, because of categorizing them, because of a lot of things like that that I don't appreciate. But right there, I don't think that it's a good idea. But Bakugo was taken, and for sure I want to see him being released soon. But at the same time, I would be interested to have some moments, some scenes with these villains trying to tempt him, and for him to resist, and for him to tell all of them to go fuck themselves. Like, yeah, I would love for Bakugo to reject them, like I think that he can do, in fact. I really think so. This attack was really bad. So many of the students were injured, and badly. Shoji, I didn't see if he had his hand back or not, Dekku for sure was injured a lot and for sure is feeling guilty about the fact that he was hurt too much and he couldn't save Bakugo. I don't think that he could have saved him no matter what, but for sure he's feeling guilty about it. That's really a thing, you know, about Dekku. The fact that he feels like he's responsible of everything and even more of all of the time that they are making mistakes. He's taking everything for himself because he's putting so many pressure on his shoulders, you know, about being the best, being like All Might, like he has to do it, that's really his duty and all. It's too much. And all of this guilt, you know, it's really too much also for him. It cannot help him to feel like that. All of the teachers talking together, it was a good reminder about the fact that one of them might be a rat. I don't suspect any of them. I can't think that any of them is truly a rat, you know, who is saying everything to the master to one for all. But still, they heard about the summer training camp. You know, my optimist theory, the fact that maybe just they put some wires into the school, something like that, it would be great. I don't think so. But I can't imagine that one of them is truly a rat. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro. Let's go for this episode. Let's go to see if Dekku is gonna want to go for it or not. If you want, you have my Patreon on which you can have reactions and thoughts about the 4 next episodes, which means that you can have 2 weeks of advance on my Patreon. It's really a lot. With extended and 4 reaction part, I'm gonna put 4 reaction part for all of the previous episodes, you know, about the attack, and I put a lot of 4 reaction part for My Hero Academia. And no matter what, the extended reaction part for the other episodes, it's more interesting because I'm not forced to cut that much, to play with opacity and stuff like that, and because, in fact, the main reason is the fact that it's the best way to support me. I'm a little reactor on YouTube, I'm not considered at all. Like, truly, I think that for these videos about My Hero Academia, it's 5 cents, you know, per videos that I have. So really, I'm not considered at all by YouTube. So if you truly want to help me, it's really more on my Patreon. Even if it's just for 1 month, you know, just for the time of My Hero Academia, it can be appreciated no matter what. Okay, let's go for this episode. You think that you're better than pro heroes and the entire police? Maybe they can use him. Also! Todoroki, come on. For once you seem clever. Always the voice of reason too. I love you, my dear. Iida is listening. Kirishima, it's not a good idea. And I'm glad that through the other ones they can understand that being frustrated is not a good reason to act. Right there you want for 1,000,000% of it? Meaning they're never gonna get back to what they were, or it's gonna take more time to heal? It's gonna hurt you each time that you're gonna use your arm?
Midoriya-sanへ緊 金玉殴って早く元気になって直接お礼を言わせてください
Yes, Aizawa he told him, you know, to really thank a lot. Dekku. You saved Kota, it's not nothing, come on.
お母さん
You know what?
大変でもちょっと用があって動けるようにはなってるよ
In a way, it's maybe better to not see directly your mom. I think that I would cry. Your poor mom.
水くん夕べ引かなきゃダメ
Don't. She's so worried that she doesn't want him to go back. She knows that he could be in danger.
緊急招集を受け、しばらくここを離れることになった。タイトな人物で精神ともに引き締め、街の治安維持に当たってほしい。
All of the pro-heroes to intervene. Oh, we don't know you. At the bar, I think. Gran Torino! You're gonna help also! It's for the raid at the bar. It's a bad idea,
出
okay.
身機を作ってほしい
Bad idea!
少し考えさせて
Pro-heroes and police for sure are better than 3 students, like. If they are ending by kidnapping one of you. Momo.
緑谷
Also.
私は
待て
I knew you would be there.
飯田君なんでよりにもよって君たちなんだ
He's not gonna let you go alone.
君たち二人がなんで俺と同じ過ちを犯そうとしているただでさえ遊泳が大変な時だぞ君らの行動の責任は誰が取るのか
僕らだってルールを破っていいなんて
俺は学級委員長とクラスメートを心配するんだ君の怪我を見て床に伏せる兄の姿を重ねた
Oh, Iida! Oh no, he's already gonna stop
ど
you.
うでもいいっていうのか僕の気持ちはどうでもいいっていうのか
Iida!
いいだ俺たちだって何も正面切って勝ち込む気なんざねえよ戦闘なしで助け出す要は隠密活動
So you think that you're more clever than them?
私がストーカーとなれるよう同行するつもりで参りました助けたいと思っちゃうんだ
For sure!
考えるより先に体が動いていたと
Iida?
ませんかならば俺も連れて行け
I knew it! That you would go with them. I knew it.
US 大事件
You won't let them go without trying to help them. But I'm afraid of you not being useful and even more like being bad, you know, during that moment. Like,
寝言は寝て死ね
その大事件が
love you, Bakugo. You know, maybe one of them can get kidnapped also, maybe.
俺は君たちの行動に納得いかないからこ
Yeah. He's there to be sure that you're not gonna fight.
そどっちもいいだ
私もですが爆豪さん救出はプロの仕事
Oh, I'm glad that you're thinking like that. It's reassuring me a little.
戦闘皆無の救出現実的ではない現場を見ればその難しさ自分たちの非現実的な発想に気づいていただけるはず
I'm glad that you're thinking like that, Momo. So glad. And maybe you can be around and help if really you need to, but also do nothing.
お母さん僕オールマイトを全部もらった後戻りなんてできない
You said the truth to your mama, not... No, you didn't say the truth.
私たちヴィランに顔を知られているんですのよ
Mm-hmm.
いきなり襲われる可能性も考慮に入れませんと
じゃあどうすんだよ
そこで私提案がありまして
You're gonna disguise yourselves? Totally?
演奏は
Okay. Oh, Momo, I can recognize you really easily.
この格好は何だ
You look so great, Iida. Kirishima is the same. Oh, yeah, yeah, guys.
想像でするのはこれだったんじゃねえか
Alright! You could create money just like that, in fact.
先ほど行われた遊泳高校謝罪会見の一部をご覧ください。
Oh,
この度我々の組からヒーロー会
can it be a trap, you know? Like they're putting that video right now, so the villains are gonna watch it, are gonna be occupied, and are not gonna see the police and the pro-heroes coming?
遊泳高校は今年に入って4回生徒がヴィランと接触していますが、各ご家庭にはどのような説明をされていたのか、また具体的にどのような対策を
It's so weird to see Aizawa like that. That was the purpose of the attack also?
強い姿勢で生徒の安全を保証すると説明しておりました。全然守れてないじゃん。ヒーローを育てる学校がヴィランに何かする星の間違いじゃないの。空気がよどんでいく。
People are losing faith in heroes. That's so bad. People are afraid for their kids. That's worst.
誰にだってミスの一つや二つはある。お前らは完璧でいるって。
They are. That's what Stain is saying.
守るという行為に対価が発生した時点でヒーローはヒーローでなくなった。
You're not gonna convince him. He's never gonna become a villain. He's never gonna follow you.
ヒーローとは正義とは何か。この社会が本当に正しいのか。俺たちは勝つつもりだ。君も勝つのが好きだろ。
Oh, right there, you touched something. But no!
いいんだよ。対等に扱わなきゃな。スカウトだもん。
He's gonna win with the heroes, not with the villains. You didn't understand him at all. We know that you targeted him.
事情は違い。人にルール、ヒーロー。
You know that I'm not a fan of all of these rules. Plenty of them, I don't agree. Make me proud! Bakugo, come on! What did I say? He has a reason, because he wants to be a hero. He wants to be a hero. He's never gonna join me. Father? No, no, I don't see him. No. Father? You're thinking about your father right there at the end? It's not the first time, you know that. He's mentioning his father. The first time it was after the first attack at the end of the season 1. After that we had other moments. Like, you know, I'm confused about the father situation with Shigaraki because we never had the confirmation that the master, one for all, is his father. There is a father and son relationship because the master, you know, one for all, he talked about he wants for Shigaraki to be the next him, you know, to pass the thing to him. He said something like that. The heritage, you know, he talked about stuff like that. And we had the impression that at multiple occasions, this one he wanted to make one for all proud, like you would want to do that for your father. But we never had that confirmation. But the fact that right there you're thinking about him, maybe because you lost that hand, you know, on your face, why you are thinking about it right now? I'm a little confused by that. But I knew it! I knew that Bakugo, he wouldn't accept, he wouldn't switch, he wouldn't become a villain. I said it during the review of the previous episode and during the intro of this one. No. You know that at multiple occasions I was not a fan of Bakugo's attitude. During the season 1 mostly, and after that, you know, he began to change a little, really a little. You know that at some point I thought that maybe he would become like Andover, being always against Dekku, thinking about himself, you know, being so ambitious, but I never thought that he would become a villain, that he had that, you know, in himself. Because also we saw the reason why he wants to be a villain, he wants to be like All Might, he wants to win at the end, but still he wants to be a hero, he doesn't want to be a villain. Right there during their speeches, you know, they made me doubt a little the villains, you know, about them managing to convince Bakugo or not, because I saw that they understood that for Bakugo what is important is to win. So when they said that to him, I was like, if you're tempting him with that, join us, because with us you're gonna win. That can be maybe a little bad, but no, you're not gonna manage to convince him no matter what at the end. He wants to be an hero, and that's never gonna change. He made me so proud, you know, to react like that directly, without even a doubt. He made me so proud. It's so cool. I'm so glad. Right now we have a lot of villains inside of the bar, and we know that right now they are at the bar. And we know that the police is coming with a lot of pro-heroes. We saw a lot of them, and a lot that we didn't know before. People, you know, pro-heroes who are the best, you know, we had number 7, number 10 and all of that. So it's so cool, pro-heroes and police that are coming, they know about the bar, they have also that device to find them. That's so great. So normally we should have fights, you know, attacks during the next episode. You know, during that moment with Aizawa and the other teachers being sorry, you know, on television about what happened. I felt really sad first for them to be forced to do that, even if I understand why they had to make that press conference. The fact that people are doubting of them, it's not a surprise. We saw that during the previous episode, and we guessed it also with the villains, how they were talking, and the fact that it was one of their goals, you know, with that new attack, to show to everyone that heroes, they can lose. And right there, they didn't protect enough these students, so going at one of the heroes' schools, you can put your kids in danger, and that's really something bad. And really, they are succeeding with people losing faith in heroes, people losing faith in what heroes are doing, what they can do, they are capable of, and also all of these schools. The fact that Dekku's mom talked about it, like asked him the question, do you have to go back to the school? It broke my heart, because since the beginning, like, I really connected with the mom, and since a long time now we saw how worried she can be each time, and each time it's making me so sad for her. So right there, the fact that she's asking that question, it made me feel so sad. We had after that Dekku answer, you know, to that question, but still I'm thinking about it, and I think that all of the other people are reacting like Dekku's mom. In fact, they are worried for their kids, and for that the villains are succeeding. People are going to begin to have doubts about heroes and this system in place. So right there, the police and the pro-heroes are going to intervene, and we have also our guys coming. Todoroki, Kirishima, Dekku, Momo and Iida. That moment with Iida who wanted to stop them, I loved it so much. The fact that he was so mad, the fact that, you know, he punched Dekku like that, like he wanted to make them understand how wrong they were, and he wanted to make them see the thing and all. I was getting so emotional during that moment, but I knew that at the end he wouldn't manage to convince them, and I knew that Iida would follow them after that. Like, he wouldn't let them go alone, you know, take that risk on their own. He would go not really to participate to the fight. I know that it's not their plan, but if it was their plan, but really to help them, to save them in case they were in danger. It's more something like that for Iida. In fact, they have a plan to help Bakugo, to release him without any fight. That's a little surprise for me. I really don't understand what this plan can be, and I'm a little worried that, again, at the same time we have the other ones, you know, the police and the pro-heroes who want to intervene to fight. So you're gonna come right there, not at a good time, with your plan, which can put you in danger. Maybe you're gonna be kidnapped and all, like, okay, you're disguised and all of that, that's great, but I don't think that it's gonna be enough. Like Kirishima, for example, we can really see that it's him. And yes, I'm worried of them being around. Maybe they can be useful if pro-heroes and the police, they're intervening, they're fighting, and at some point villains are trying to escape with Bakugo kidnapped, you know, being taken, and at that moment they can do something about it. Maybe. But you know, Iida is coming to be sure that they're never gonna fight, and Momo is coming because she wants to be there, you know, to make them realize that their plan is not okay, that they can't do it, and that's all, you know, that it's like that, they can't do it, they're gonna put themselves at risk. Like Momo, she's not coming to fight, but she's not coming neither to really make their plan. She's really coming for all of them to realize together that they can't do it. It's cool, I truly love that. And you know, during that moment I was thinking, I think that it's how I would have reacted. If I would have been one of these students with Todoroki Kirishima talking about making that plan, if I would have understood, you know, that they wouldn't give up on that plan, I would have acted, you know, like, okay, I'm coming with you, without trying to stop them fully, because I would have understood that it wouldn't have worked, but I would have came, you know, to be there at the right moment when they would begin to have doubt, to tell them, see, you can't do it, realize that you have doubt for good reasons, you know. So yes, I truly understood what Momo she was trying to do, and I'm on her side. This episode put me in a lot of pressure, you know. Like for all guys to want to intervene, me knowing that it was not okay, not only for these rules that again I don't agree with, not fully, but truly because I know that in comparison of all of these pro-heroes and the police, their intervention, like our guys, they're not enough, clearly, like they can't do it, like they're gonna maybe block them even, and they're gonna do something bad, like the fact that they are wronged, it can be something bad in fact. So I was in stress for that, and at the end with the villains talking like that to Bakugo, I was in stress, even if I wanted a moment like that, and I knew that Bakugo would say no. Clearly it put me in stress, and at the end I was so proud of him to reject them like that. It was so cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there this session of binge watching, you know. I watched 2 episodes today, that was cool. So it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Hey.